Today we got our first official news about the Mansion DLC in the form of a teaser trailer, and we now have the official name of the update, which is GTAonline Safehouse in the Hills. Honestly, a pretty lame name, but let's get into the teaser trailer now because this shows us some more details. I will be going over this in screenshots instead of playing the video because I know Take-Two does like to copyright their trailers, but the first meaningful shot is on the road here, and we see 3 new vehicles driving. The first one in the back looks to be based on an old Ferrari 365 GTC4. The blue car is a new supercar that seems to be based on the Porsche Mission X hypercar. And unfortunately, this is probably going to be another electric car. Hopefully, if it is though, it has good performance and doesn't make the same mistakes as some of the previous electric supercars do from the past DLCs. The yellow car seems to be another supercar based on a newer version of the Ford GT, so it's probably like an FMJ Mark II or something along those lines with the naming. I think there's a good chance this one also has HSW upgrades, if it really is just a newer version of a car that we already have with minor differences. But the good news is that this vehicle should not be an electric car because the Ford GT is not an electric car IRL. And the FMJ handles very nice, so I'm really all for a better version of it personally. Now, if we go a couple more frames in the trailer, we see an orange car, and it's purposely hidden really well to make it hard to tell what it is, but from what people have said, this is going to be a BMW E39 M5, and it even looks like the one from The Fast and the Furious. And big shout out to the folks on GTA Forums as well as my friend Blaze for helping to decipher the vehicles in this trailer here. Getting into the mansion itself now, we see our first full look at the brand new property with a helicopter taking off in the background. And although you don't really see a helipad on the mansion, we probably can spawn our helicopters here, I would assume. And for the final shot of the trailer, we can really inspect the mansion here. This is the location that is next to Minnie Madrazo's house. You can vaguely see it behind the trees, but more obviously, you can also see the court center in the background. The first thing that you notice about this mansion, though, is that from the outside, you can see the entirely rendered interior. And even the doors are open for you to just supposedly walk in, seemingly. Which means that this will be the first property in GTA Online that we can own and enter without a loading screen, potentially. It looks like they will be going with the instanced interiors based on what we are seeing here, which will be very interesting to see how all of that works while not having to go through a blue circle loading screen to get into the property. I also don't really know how last gen is going to fare with this because the game already runs like trash and already has problems rendering things. I don't imagine that's going to go over smoothly with the mansion property. As for the interior itself, it's pretty hard to make out finer details, but you can see the different pieces of furniture, multiple TVs in a lot of the rooms, some artwork in the mansion. There's also some stuff going on the roof of the property, so we're going to obviously have access to that also. This will be likely the biggest interior property that we can access and own in GTA Online. As it should be, and that's what you kind of would expect from a mansion. If you couldn't tell already, it is very much just a modern revision of Devin Weston's mansion. As I predicted they were going to be, they have the exact same shape and everything, and I'm assuming after this update goes live, Devin Weston's mansion will also look exactly like this so that you have a third location to buy. For this specific location though, looking at the before and after images, you can see the terrain is very much altered in this area to accommodate the new property. And that floating hot tub at the end looks so dangerous. I would not want to go in something like that in real life. There's just no support underneath it at all. It looks really weird. One thing I am curious about is how the garage is going to work for this mansion, because if the interior works differently where you don't load into it like we traditionally would, are we just going to go downstairs in the mansion to be able to see all our vehicles there also without a loading screen? There's just lots of unknowns here that we'll just have to wait and see how they turn out to work. Rockstar also posted on their newswire with a brief summary of the update. They said, "Own the extravagant residence of your dreams in GTA Online, a safe house in the hills, coming this December. You've already built an empire, now let pre-luxury real estate erect your palace in GTA Online, a safe house in the hills, coming this December. The preeminent purveyors of luxury listings are breaking ground on a series of new property developments in some of Los Santos' most exclusive neighborhoods. These meticulously designed estates will feature sprawling grounds, breathtaking views, and first-rate amenities, including the latest in personal assistance and business service technology." And here we see another image of the front of the property with the entrance to the garage also. Based on the wording of the newswire, it does sound like the mansion will have a master control terminal at the very least, and really that should be the minimum it should have for the likely cost of these mansions. They need to be absolutely stacked with so many different features to make them worth it. Anyways, that is my breakdown of the new teaser trailer and info that we got today, though, for the upcoming Safehouse in the Hills DLC. Let me know your thoughts about everything down in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, feel free to leave a like, as well as subscribe to my channel for more GTA Online content. I also want to give a huge shout out to all of my channel members for your support. If you'd like to become a member for some exclusive perks, you can either use the join button or the link that's down in the description. And as always, thanks for watching, and have a great day.